Hello all. I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while, just really too busy to get everything together and put it all here at once, but finally was able to get the time and do it today. It's basically a video about 18th scale trailers. I like to build RC trailers or modify them or whatever. I just like tinkering on trailers, along with, of course, the RC rigs. But today I just wanted to show a collection of different types of trailers and just have them all here in one video instead of trying to do each one individually. I'll go real quick around the table. Might see something you're interested in. I'll explain each trailer, what it is, how I arrived at the the process of what you see now. The first one up is the newest Enjora off-road trailer. It's this little trailer here. I've already heavily modified it. You have to do a few things to it to get the 1.3 wheels underneath of it, but I had already built a rig in anticipation of doing this trailer, so this is the rig that I like to hook it up to. Basically use this rig just for this trailer. The canoe you see on top is handcrafted. I built that myself. I kind of tinker around with those. As a matter of fact, here's another one that I built. Here's a stand-up paddleboard. I made that myself. Here's another little surfboard. It's just marine plywood. Make your own shape, tinker around on them. But anyway, here's this trailer. It's pretty awesome. It's very well built. I'm super impressed with the fitment and material that they used. The trailer is really rock solid. Once you unhook it, it has a small stand. It can stand on its own. All the doors, toolboxes, rear, everything opens, and of course it all closes. The next trailer is a Big Country, just a kid's toy trailer, 18 scale, and I didn't have a rig to work with this trailer because it's actually a fifth wheel style trailer, so I ended up having to fabricate my own fifth wheel hauler. So this is the rig that I use with this trailer. This goes there, locks in there, and then this little pin you see on the top, there's a hole in the gooseneck. Once it goes down in there, this pin goes on the underside and keeps it from coming out. Did a lot of modifications to this trailer also. Put grip tape on here, dress it up with some toolboxes. Got a kid's toy light from another car, put that on there. And then it comes with some cheap wheels on it originally. I really wanted to get the 1.0 Enjora module wheels on there, so I actually had to buy an Enjora trailer, cut just the axle out, and then fuse the two trailers together to basically make a hybrid Enjora axles on the Big Country trailer. There's my lighting setup. I'll show you that. I have a small waterproof switch right here. And then there's the lights for the trailer. And I even put some brake lights in the ramps ramps are movable. But anyway, that's that trailer. Turn the lights out. And there's the complete rig on that. This trailer here, believe it or not, there was a movie that came out in April. AMC Theaters made this tin as a popcorn holder, or a popcorn bucket. It's the trailer is shown in the movie several times. It was actually a sequel to a previous movie that this trailer was in, and they decided to make a popcorn bucket. You could purchase this at the movie theater with your tickets and popcorn. I think it was $25 to $29 full of popcorn. You can still get some of these on some of the online auction places. So anyway, I liked the detail this had on it for just a movie prop. It's very scale detailed, basically 1/18 size. And the same thing, I'll open the top here. You can see again the difference in the gray and the black is the same as over here. I really wanted to put some nice wheels on here, and I had to do the same thing as over here. I had to get an Enjora trailer, fuse the two trailers together, and then you get what we have here. Ends up, dressing the trailer up. Decent wheels. Put the tongue on so it mounts up to any 18th hitch you may have on a tow rig. And then I did a couple little modifications to this myself. Put the grab handle here, chrome grab handle for the doorway there. Custom made the little step plate there underneath the door, and then made a stainless steel bumper bar back here in the rear. All in all, that trailer is one of my favorites because it has so much detail on it, and like I say, pretty cool item for just picking it up from a movie theater. Next trailer is just a regular Enjora 1/18 scale trailer. Again, put some grip tape on there, dress it up with some Traxxas method wheels, and nothing special, but these are the trailers that I use whenever I fuse two trailers together. Again, this one here is a Bruder Toys trailer. If you're not familiar with Bruder Toys, it's BRUDER. You can look it up. They make a lot of kids' toys, very high quality kids' toys. I believe they're manufactured in Germany. This was a Bruder kids' toy trailer for a piece of farm equipment. Totally dismantled it. Sides come down. Totally dismantled it. Got one of these trailers. Again, cut the axles out of the trailer because this trailer it just didn't work for the 18th scale. I wanted something a little wider that I could fit actual 18th scale rigs in here. This works, but it's still a little tight. But again, there's the module wheels. There's the Enjora trailer. Once I dismantled the Bruder trailer, I was almost able to just take the Bruder trailer and just sit it down on a full Enjora trailer. Again, and speaking of Bruder toys, this right here is a John Deere Gator from Bruder. It's just a kid's toy. You just push it. again, totally dismantled it. Was able to modify it. Pretty extensive Dremel cutting on the bottom, and have turned this into a full-on TRX4M Gator, full function, lights, everything. And then I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, that's a full-on TRX4M underpinnings. I just run it off of the regular Traxxas remote, Traxxas electronics. Here's a couple garden tools in there. Tailgate comes down. Again, did some modifications there. Bumper's not original. Mud flaps aren't original. Again, just a Bruder toy that was dismantled and turned into a TRX4M. I think if you look on my channel, I might have some I think I do have some running video of this. Maybe a little bit of the build process too. So I'll put this here. Show you another Enjora trailer. The only thing special about this one is change the wheels, and I actually was able to put some lighting on this one. See the lighting? Red in the back, amber in the front. Red, amber. Like I say, nothing special, just some grip tape, some Enjora wheels, and then some lighting. Let's see what's next. This one here, it doesn't look any different than most trailers. The only reason I designed and built this from scratch is most of these 18th scale trailers, once you try to use them, excuse me, everything is very tight. The trailers are a little bit on the small side, so most of your rigs overhang one side or the other, or it may not even be long enough for some rigs. I actually wanted a trailer wide enough that I could put my rig on and still have plenty of room, with as low rise here on the fender wells as I could get. Show you the difference. This is what this rig looks like on this trailer. See, the wheels are actually overhanging, and it's really not a huge difference because I didn't want to get the trailer to be crazy large versus the tow rig. So there's the same rig on this trailer, and you still have plenty of room on each side, plenty of room in the rear, and room in the front. So like I said, I designed and built this trailer from scratch. I'll put this back over here so I can show it to you. It's basically 3/16 marine plywood. You can see in there the plywood that I haven't painted yet. But anyway, here's the design. There's my wheel setup. No axle. So any rocks or debris or anything, this actually, as low as it sits, it has good ground clearance because there's no axle going over the center. So anything you run over usually just filters in between this deep part of the trailer. Again, it was one of these trailers here. Axle was cut out. Used the back portion for stability to add strength to the plywood here, and kept the front portion so I would have a hitch setup built into the trailer. I didn't have to worry about designing my own. I just mounted it secured it to the plywood for added strength and the ability to use a stock hitch. And then to top it all off, I used a 4mm stainless steel rod, one piece. This whole perimeter rod is stainless steel. It was formed out of a single piece. So all these bends and turns were made in the same piece, and then attach it. Just adds protection to the plywood, gives it a little bit of, oomph, so the trailer doesn't look so boring. But anyway, that one there, that was the purpose of that, was just having a trailer large enough to hold 18th scale vehicle. This trailer here was the rear of a FMS Magnum truck, which is, if you haven't seen one, it's this model. They're okay, not very capable out of the box, kind of slow. Electronics, not really that great, but the body style on these was so good. I went ahead and picked up a couple of those to do this setup here. The trailer, like I said, it's just the rear of this truck with the frame cut, and then I went ahead and mounted some lights. Again, waterproof switch right here. Turn that on. Some amber light, and then LED in the factory tail lights. Some fake delivery boxes here, and then I actually did a treatment in the bed to make it look old school wood and metal. And then, like I said, the electronics and stuff to the truck, they're not that great, but this one, I went ahead, same thing, did a full-on TRX 4M build, ripped everything out of the original truck, installed all new components, got an Enjora purple motor in there, Enjora servo, Enjora links, shocks, drive shafts, everything in there has been redone. And then I did a fake Dodge Hemi in the engine bay to cover up all of the stuff in there. Anyway, now this truck performs pretty good as a crawler. Very happy with how it turned out for what I was trying to achieve. And what else? Oh, there's Enjora wheels on that. Put this trailer back. Another trailer I acquired. This is an Enjora camping trailer. Put the wheels on there. The wheels have a negative offset, so they stuck out a little bit on each side. So to take care of that issue, I went ahead and custom made some fender flares over there. Fender flare there. The rear door opens. The trailer is completely empty inside. It opens. I'm working on installing some lights in there, so that's what the wiring is for. I have an awning here, 18th scale awning that comes out, covers most of the trailer. And then I've installed this roof rack. Probably throw something like, another one of these canoes. Throw something like that up there, strap it down. This trailer here, it's just a normal Traxxas trailer. Went ahead and painted it to match another rig that I have. I use it for that. Nothing special, just another trailer build that I did. This trailer here, again, another Traxxas trailer. The difference here is on these Traxxas trailers, the wheels are pretty much proprietary to Traxxas. They have a screw setup that doesn't enable you to install any other wheels that have hexes on them. You're basically stuck with the Traxxas wheel. To show you what I'm talking about is basically this. You're stuck with that type of wheel from Traxxas on these trailers. I didn't like that for the build that I was doing, so I went ahead, took a TRX4M axle, mounted it to the bottom of the trailer, threw some links on there to secure it. I mean, basically it doesn't go anywhere. It's very, very solid. But now I can run any wheel that has a hex on it. I can change it out, 1.0 wheel, to run on this trailer. And then the other unique feature of this trailer, have a 9-volt battery box dressed up as a Yeti cooler. Has a little switch here that I've installed lights on this also. Amber on the front, red on the tail lights. And I hid all my wiring underneath this bedding in here. So that's that. Next up is, if I can get my remote working. This trailer here is one of my favorites. I just did it to see if I could do it, how it would turn out. Take my little surfboard off. Again, started out as a regular Traxxas trailer. Did a lot of modifications to get these wheels underneath of it. They're 1.3s. They match my tow rig that I use for this. The big thing with this, it's a steerable trailer. And by that I mean, you watch the rear tires. This trailer can be steered independently of the tow rig. Dressed it up with a rear bumper from another RC. There's my setup on the bottom. It's a TRX4M front axle switched around so it will roll and turn correctly in the right direction. Or if it was switched the other way, it wouldn't function correctly. So in order to make everything work, I just did a skid plate trans mount secured to the trailer. Put the short links that I needed to mount everything up, and the servo and all the electronics and the light control. They're all hidden underneath of that bedding in there. And I'll show you the lights. I'm gonna hit a little switch on my remote here. There's the amber front lights and the red tail lights. Red tail light amber front light. Like I said, I just built it to see if I could build it. Turned out pretty cool. Put a spare tire mounted to the front, and again, like I said, the trailer is steerable. It's actually one of my favorite trailers that I have built. It's just a neat little unit. And then last, which I don't think is my last trailer. I'm not even sure if I have all of them out here. Another Traxxas, regular Traxxas trailer. Made a little stand-up paddleboard. This was all crafted by me, made out of marine plywood again. This is basically a stand-up paddleboard design. Again, this is a regular Traxxas trailer. Went ahead and did a few modifications to that. It's styled and modeled after a pop-up trailer. Basically, I'll have to pause this video for a second so I can set it up to show you, but this top actually lifts up like this, and then I have a support inside that keeps it up, and I'll do that right now. You'll hold on just 1 second. Okay, here's the trailer all set up. Like I said, it's modeled after a pop-up. Once it's set up, looks like a pop-up. There's the two supports that I was telling you about that I install inside. I just keep them inside, and then when I open it, they're there. And this trailer also has lights. There's tail lights and side marker lights. Again, just built this myself out of a green canvas bag that I had, and some foam. All of this grip tape here is waterproof. That's how I made the top, out of foam and that, and put everything together and ended up with what you see here. Again, I just like tinkering on trailers. Just wanted to see what I could do with one of these Traxxas trailers, and I don't know, I thought that for a pop-up, this one came out halfway decent. Anyway, that's basically the collection that I have out here. I might have 2 or 3 other trailers that failed to make it in here, or I'm still working on one. But anyway, just wanted to show all the trailers that I did have together, and hope you guys enjoy it. And they're all here together instead of piecemeal in different videos. But thanks for watching. I know it's kind of a long video, but just wanted to explain them all. Appreciate you watching. See you on the next one. Thank you.